Peace, Ali. Coming back at you on behalf of SAliMyers.com. Alright, in this real quick video, I want to give you a couple things that you can do to test the power of your altar. I get a lot of questions about, is the altar working, or how do I know that my altar is being used effectively? So the exercise I'm going to share with you is more like a test. It's going to help you gauge how much power your altar has. Okay. For one thing, if you're not familiar with an altar by this point, I suggest that you go back into my YouTube channel. I have a lot of videos talking about altar work, how to set it up, why you want to have an altar, ancestor money, giving offerings, etc., etc. So much free information about the altar that I'm not going to repeat in this video. I suggest you go back into my YouTube. Just Google my name, S. Ali Myers, on YouTube, and put altars, and you'll find a plethora of videos. But at this point, I'm assuming that you have an altar, you've been working with your altar, and it doesn't matter if it's an ancestor altar or a deity altar or a combination of both. This test will help you gauge how powerful your altar is. All you need is a piece of fruit. And I recommend an apple. So get 2 apples, and all you're going to do is put one on your altar and put one in the same room as your altar. So say you have an altar room. You're going to put an apple on your altar as an offering, and you're going to put an apple somewhere else in that room and leave it exposed. Don't wrap it up or nothing like that. If you have your apple in a fruit dish, then put the other apple that's not on your altar in a dish as well. So put one apple in the altar, put one apple somewhere in that room. And over time, what you'll notice, if your altar has a lot of power, is the apple on the altar is going to last longer and not decay as fast as the other apple. That is a very easy test that you can do to see if your altar has enough power, enough juice with it. Another thing that you can do is take a bouquet of flowers. So take a dozen roses or a dozen flowers or one flower, whatever have you. Just keep it the same. So if you have one flower on the altar, make sure you put one flower somewhere else. But take some flowers, put that on your altar, and put the flowers somewhere else in your altar room or the same room that your altar is in. If the flowers on the altar last longer than the other flowers, that means your altar has some power. So these are things that 2 techniques, 2 tests that you can do. And it doesn't matter where you live, what altar you have, what you're doing. It's going to show you how much power your altar has. I know I recommended to my big bruh, Chris Enlighten. Definitely shout out to the God Chris. When he first started doing his altar work, I said, put an apple on your altar and just see how long it lasts. I forgot how long it lasts, but it lasts some months, to the point where he said he could still bite into it. It was still juicy and ripe and fresh. From my own experience, the first time I had an altar, I gave an apple as an offering. And according to the teachings of Dr. Gibson, Master Gibson, he said, do not let the food decay on your altar. So I kept the apple up as long as it lasted. And the first altar I ever had, the apple lasted for months. It didn't even have a crack in it. So what the Spirit told me was that your altar has enough power, enough ashe, enough juice or whatever. So I wanted to relay this test to the fam, to my YouTube fam, people on Facebook, and people that follow me. Put an apple on your altar, put an apple somewhere else, and see how long that apple lasts on the altar. It's going to last longer than the other apple. So this has been Ali. If you want to find out more information about myself and what we do, be sure to visit my website, SAliMyers.com. If you need altar supplies or metaphysical supplies or spiritual tools, make sure to visit my other website, L9shop.com. That's EL9shop.com for all your metaphysical needs. So until next time, peace.